You're watching The Big Story with me, Avni Raja. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Outrage over toddler's molestation in Kolkata school as the angry parents demand justice. State responds with lathi. Kolkata police lathi charge parents protesting outside GD Birla school. Madhya Pradesh government passes a landmark bill, death sentence to rapists of girls below the age of 12 years. State of government school in Jammu Kashmir exposed. No roof, no seats, no blackboards. Standards 1 to 9 students study together in 2 tiny rooms. Is this standard of education for all? Cyclone Oki moving towards Maharashtra and Gujarat. 26 lives lost so far. Over 96 fishermen still missing at sea.
That the search and rescue operation will continue. We want to make sure that each and every fisherman who has gone from Kerala will come home safe.
Rescue operations will continue till the last fisherman returns home, assures Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as she visits the cyclone-affected regions in Kerala. National Green Tribunal pulls up Kejriwal-led Delhi government for failing to check the city's growing pollution levels. Max Hospital sacks 2 doctors amidst ongoing inquiry in the medical negligence case. Delhi police asked the hospital to join probe. Big day for the Grand Old Party as Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi files his nomination for the position of the party's president. All right, straight up to the big story that we're tracking. Dramatic developments in the Kolkata school student molestation case. We've been closely tracking that for you here on Mirror Now. On your screens, in fact, you can see how parents were lathi charged, reportedly to ease traffic and to put an end to protests. They were protesting outside the school. These are parents of students from a prime school in Kolkata where a 3-year-old was allegedly molested in the school in June. And now another school from the same franchise has reported another case of child molestation. Parents have united in protest of the school and they, we understand, were blocking a major arterial road outside the school. And because of that, the police came there and lathi charged them in an attempt to clear out the protests and to get traffic moving again. Those are the dramatic visuals that you can see there on your screens. This is a report that our reporter filed from there. Take a look.
Anger spilling on the street, how cops are manhandling the parents. This is because the parents had been trying to oppose movement of the school vehicles and they fear there had been outsiders too. Now what you see, these officers are trying to take charge of the road and they're also trying to ensure the road is cleared. The traffic which was under siege so far, they're trying to release the traffic, and there you see cops are trying to resort to high-handedness. The same cop who had initially refused taking complaint of the 3-year-old child's parents after she was allegedly sexually abused. There you see the person is being literally lathi charged, beaten up by the cops because so far the place which has been under the siege of the angry protesters, they are trying to contain the anger by using lathis, by the use of force. So we have seen there was an ugly scene as how people have tried obstructing the movement of school vehicles which were coming out of the school gate, and all the buses were loaded with little children, and there were a lot of negotiations done with the protesters. Let the school buses go because there are children inside. They should not be terrified. They should not be scared. And soon after that, we saw anger which was there, very much building up on the street, took an ugly shape where cops had resorted to even lathi charge to control the situation and in a way clear the traffic. So at the moment, the traffic has been cleared. But then we have also seen the protesters, who had kept this road absolutely under siege. All this while, even they had been dispersed. So it seems like the force which was called in, that force had been used to disperse the anger or disperse the angry protesting parents. Tell us something. We're the outsiders. Whether the red t-shirt man was an outsider. The person who was hit, he was wearing a red t-shirt. Was he an outsider?
No.
He was not an outsider.
No.
So
even I have seen in my own eyes the victim's child. Okay, the father of the victim. He was bitten by a senior. I don't know who was he. Yeah, you're the senior official and I literally protested him.
You think force had been called in to disperse, to break your protest?
No! We are joining now! Protest চলবে! অনির্দিষ্টকালের জন্য এই স্কুল বন্ধ!
They see angry voices coming out. All this after police had tried clearing the traffic and had resorted to high-handedness with the help of lathis. You have seen blows being charged on people, and these people are claiming that the people who had been affected, people who had been hit, are parents who had been in this spot at this very spot since morning, protesting, demanding better security system inside the school premises, demanding justice for the 3-year-old girl who was allegedly sexually abused in June 2017. So what you saw in the last 10 minutes is extremely shocking, disturbing, where you have seen that police have tried resorting to high-handedness, even resorted to lathi charge to disperse the crowd, to disperse the parents, and there was possibly no difference made between mob and these protesters, because you have to understand these are extremely agitated, outraged parents, aggrieved parents, and not a mob who had descended here. So yes, they have resorted to force. They've used their force to disperse the mob, and you have to now wait and see what response it evokes from these protesting parents, because they are saying they will not leave this spot at any cost.
All right, that was a report that Tamal had filed a while earlier. In fact, Tamal is joining us live from there at this point. Tamal, what's happening right now before I come to you for this entire sequence of events? At this point, give us an update as to what's happening. Have the parents moved out? Are they still protesting over there?
Absolutely not. The parents have not moved out. They are absolutely unrelenting. They are here staying put, and they are saying they would remain stayed put as long as it takes to get justice for that little 3-year-old child. In fact, if I ask my camera person to pan a little left and show the kind of force which has been deployed out here. In fact, we are standing outside a very well-reputed school, and when you see such massive force deployment, when you see so much of people around the school gate, it certainly underlines that there is something wrong here, because this gate should be now bustling with children. There should not be a force present out here. What we saw a couple of minutes back, in fact a little more than half an hour back, we saw the buses, the school buses being brought out, buses loaded with school children. Now these parents who had been protesting since morning, they had given a condition. They are not against the children. They are okay with the children going out. They would allow the children to leave, but they had given a condition that the school staff, teaching staff, non-teaching staff, the principal, they need to be there inside the school unless the demands are met. What are the basic demands? The demands are the accused have to be arrested at any cost. They are also demanded that the principal should come and give a proper explanation as what are the kind of security measures being adopted by them, and how will they address the concerns of these aggrieved parents, outraged parents. But then suddenly we saw, while the buses were coming out, while parents were trying to peep inside the school buses and ensure that no adult hiding inside the bus lane or bus bay or aisle and trying to leave the school premise. Suddenly there was a confusion. Suddenly there was a commotion. What really sparked that commotion, we don't know. And then we saw lathis after lathis being blown on these parents. We have seen lathi charge happening on parents, and we also saw that these people who were absolutely caught off guarded, they were moving helter-skelter shelter, looking for a place to hide. And then it all happened in a wink of a moment and in a span of just 2 to 3 minutes. And then suddenly we saw the traffic, which was under siege since morning because protest had descended on the street. The road was entirely blocked. Suddenly we saw the traffic has been cleared. So police have used force to clear the traffic, to disperse the crowd and to remove the protesting parents from the spot. So yes, it has really sparked off a lot of anger. People are questioning who authorized the lathi charge. People are questioning, is it sensitive on part of police to use lathis on parents who had been demanding justice for a 3-year-old child who had been allegedly sexually abused inside the school premises. In fact, they're also trying to highlight the fact that when this alleged sexual assault happened almost 3 to 4 months back, why wasn't there any alacrity shown on part of the police or on the part of the management to bring these people to book, to bring these culprits to book? And why all of a sudden they have shown this kind of alacrity to use lathis on these aggrieved parents and use force to disperse the crowd? So yes, the police are absolutely up for some flack. In fact, there's heavy police deployment around, but these parents are saying they will not really leave the scene. Under no circumstances will they leave the place. In fact, if I can go a little closer to the spot, closer to the school gate, you would find there are more and more people who have come out upon hearing that there had been a lathi charge on parents. More people have come out, more force have been deployed, lady police officers have been called in. But then at the moment, yes, there is a palpable tension, there is a visible tension, and people are wondering why would anyone use force to disperse protest, and why not people use force to nab the culprits, to book the culprits. Back to you.
Right, absolutely, Tamal. Now, as far as the incident that happened a few months ago, at that point in time, was there any complaint filed? What kind of response did the police give then? And what did the school authorities, what was the response of the school authorities at that point in time?
Well, we have proof in hand that when this first alleged incident happened in June 2017, the family of the girl had written a note of complaint on the school diary of the little child, trying to address the concern to the school authorities. A concern which has been acknowledged by the school because somebody has signed. We do see, and the acknowledgement came precisely on 28th of June 2017. The same alleged offence was repeated by the same person on the same girl. Again on 13th of September 2017, something they tried reporting to the cops. When they moved to the cops had allegedly refused taking a complaint and had apparently told the family that if you lodge a complaint now, your child would be taken away from you and would be sent to a home. Something that had kind of scared the grieving parents, and they said they would prefer living with the guilt of not being able to do anything for the child rather than sending the child off to some home. Thus, they stayed silent for another 2 days. In between those 2 days, they consulted with their lawyer and they went back to the same police station, lodged a complaint. So essentially, on 15th of September 2017, they have registered an official complaint with the police. And what happened after 15th of September? The answer is nothing. From 15th of September 2017 till 4th of December, which is today, nothing has happened. The school has not taken any action against those two peons. They are Group D staff in the school. No action has been taken. They have not been suspended. They have not been arrested. And of course, arrest has to be done by cops. They have not arrested those two people. So the obvious question is, why did they take no action, and what took so long for police to realize that an alleged incident has happened which demands investigation under the POSCO law, and the grieving parents need to be given a patient hearing? Only after these parents, and after finding much more strength and support from other parents who came out in support and solidarity, they realized that there is a protest building outside the school, and thus there was a forced deployment. Thus there were attempts to broker truce with the parents. But all this could have been done before. All this could have been done or handled much better had the accused being arrested and the matter being duly investigated. When somebody is arrested, not being known, we are not framing that person as guilty. We are just saying that if there is a complaint of this serious nature, action has to be taken. It's not our demand. It's what the law says. It's what the POSCO law says. That's what the Supreme Court says. So why there was a basic deviation from the law which is prescribed for all? It's a question they can best answer. Back to you.
Absolutely, Tamal, absolutely horrific that nothing has been done from 15th of September when the official complaint was filed until today, which is what led to these protests, and in return the parents get lathi charged. Welcome back. You're watching The Big Story and we are tracking all the developments in Kolkata, where a group of parents are protesting outside a prime school where a 3-year-old child was molested some time back, and they were lathi charged for protesting. In fact, there's visuals there on your screens of the protests of parents there protesting who had gathered outside the Kolkata school. Now, 2 separate schools from the same franchise. A 4-year-old was molested inside the washroom by her own school teacher. Earlier today, in fact, the parents blocked the main road outside the school, demanding tighter security and speedy action against the accused teacher. Parents, along with that, have also been demanding that the school principal should resign. The principal has also been summoned by the police for questioning. Meanwhile, the cops will also be reconstructing the crime scene. That's with regards to the incident that happened just a few days ago. Meanwhile, a few months ago, back in June, there was yet another incident that happened where, again, a small girl was molested by her school teacher, by somebody within the school premises. They filed an official complaint by the 15th of September, but nothing was done. Till date, nothing has been done in that case. The accused are still at large. A letter was written to that effect and even acknowledged by the school at that point, but nothing was done. And today, we saw parents outside the school in protest of what has happened, in protest for the fact that nothing has been done on it, and they got lathi charged instead of helping them out. The police went ahead and lathi charged them for blocking the road. In fact, listen in to one of the parents of one of the children who was affected.
It has the same kind of incident has happened again in 2017. The crime has taken place. In both the incident place was the school premises. Since last 44 years, school is running without the CCTV camera, as well as the school is not affiliated and they don't maintain their attendance register.
We've got Mr. S.S. Das calling in from Kolkata. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Das. Go ahead.
Yeah. I would like to say, and I do not want any interruptions. Firstly, this lathi charge, what we had seen today in Kolkata, and the Home Department is under our Honorable the Chief Minister of West Bengal. The same, this lathi charge has happened, and incidentally we had seen this, these 2 cases which has happened in the Kolkata now. And in one of the schools, my daughter also passed out from one of the school, and now she is in abroad, and which they have their own union abroad. And now they are ashamed of the schools which has happened, and it's very sad. I think so. The entire nation has to stand against all this. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you for sharing your view with us, Mr. Das. Thank you for calling in. Absolutely, it's absolutely shameful the way these parents have been treated. Absolutely shameful that nothing has been done in this case, where the parents were forced to come out and protest and then received lathi charge from the police. And in fact, as Vikram Singh was pointing out when he was on the show earlier, you can see that they are in plain clothes. They're not even in uniformed clothes, which is what they're supposed to be before carrying out this kind of a lathi charge. So several questions being raised, parents extremely angry there with what has happened, refusing to move out despite what they've been through, despite the kind of lathi charge that the police has seen. Remember, 2 separate incidents, 2 different schools from the same franchisee, and one of them happened back in June, and nothing was done despite a complaint being filed, despite being officially acknowledged by the school as well. No arrests been made in that particular case. Those are the visuals there on your screens of the kind of lathi charge that happened just a while back, where these parents were protesting. We understand they were blocking an arterial road, and the police came there in an attempt to clear them out. But the parents continue their protests until they get justice. All right, we've got breaking inputs coming in as far as the cyclone is concerned. A precautionary holiday has been declared on 5th of December, that is tomorrow, for schools and colleges in the Mumbai metropolitan region, Sindhudurga, Thane, Raigad and Palghar districts for the safety of the students due to the serious weather predictions on Cyclone Oki. Those are the latest details that are coming in. The schools and colleges in the Mumbai metropolitan region will be shut tomorrow because of the kind of predictions that we are seeing. Mumbai, in fact, gearing up for the Oki cyclone. Students are told to remain indoors, and the Education Minister has tweeted. We'll try and get you some more details, but at this point the details that we have are that there's a precautionary holiday that is being declared in the Mumbai area, and that includes Sindhudurga, Thane, Raigad, Palghar districts. This is for the safety of students because there are serious weather predictions. There has already been rains in some parts of Mumbai that we've seen this evening, and tomorrow schools and colleges will be shut. That's the... All right, let's go across to Amita for more details. Amita, take us through, of course, schools and colleges are shut, but take us through what are the kind of predictions that are there for tomorrow.
Well, we've spoken to the IMD officials and the Indian Coast Guard. Indian Coast Guard officials, of course, tell us that on the 6th of December is when strong winds are predicted in southern parts of Gujarat and in Maharashtra. And like the Met Department already predicted that the state of Maharashtra, certain districts and including Mumbai will see moderate to heavy rainfall. Light showers, in fact, have already begun in the city of Mumbai and certain parts of Gujarat, we understand. And because of this, Vinod Chowdhury, the State Education Minister of Maharashtra, has declared precautionary holiday for schools and colleges in the Mumbai metropolitan region, including Sindhudurga, Thane, Raigad and Palghar districts. Tomorrow, remember also, the Met Department had earlier said that Palghar district would be the worst affected because of Cyclone Oki that is now going to have a landfall on the 6th of December on the Gulf of Kambat, which is bordering Gujarat, and then will move towards Maharashtra. However, good news is that the Met Department has predicted that the wind speed of the cyclone will decrease over the next couple of days, and the intensity of the cyclone is likely to weaken.
Amita, thanks for getting us those details. We leave it there. So that's as far as Cyclone Oki is concerned. Intensity, of course, as you just heard Amita say, is going to decrease going forward. But there has been a holiday declared in the Mumbai MMR region for tomorrow. On that note, that's a wrap on this edition of The Big Story. Thanks for watching. News and updates continue right here on Mirror Now.